not only a therapist, but joining your support group, the caregiver support group, and hearing other people going through similar situations who got it, sharing their stories on how they were able to overcome the different challenges that they had. So I felt a community.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Caregiving Gumbo. It's a hot mess. I am Nadine Roberts Cornish, and I am so excited today because today I got my girl in the kitchen. You guys have heard me talk about Al-Nisa, and today you actually get to meet her, and you'll know why I'm so excited about Al-Nisa and having somebody in the kitchen. Al-Nisa.
Thank you so much, Nadine, for having me here. My name is Al-Nisa Berry. I am in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I am honored. It is a pleasure to be here in this kitchen cooking up this gumbo. We know National Gumbo Day is coming up soon on the 12th, and it is going to be spicy, it's going to be hot, it's going to be savoring and fulfilling and nourishing and all the good things in order to help us caregivers enjoy the meal, enjoy the journey.
Enjoy the meal and the journey. Absolutely, absolutely. Woo! So they've heard me say, or maybe not, but I always say, you can whip up a pot of gumbo on your own, but there is nothing like having a companion, having a support person to help do some sous chef with you, to help you make that roux, and to help you, peel that shrimp, get that crab ready, all of that good stuff, right? And the analogy is akin to the caregiving journey that, you can do it by yourself, but it is nothing like having somebody that you can reach out to and say, hey, I need support, and that person shows up, or even people who don't wait for you to say I need the support, and they are there for you, right? So today is awesome. This is our kickoff together, and I'm really, really excited about that. And you mentioned National Gumbo Day. The National Gumbo Day is on October 12th. It's October 12th. That's National Gumbo Day, and that is also my beloved mother's birthday. And it was also the day that I found out, the day I launched my first book, Tears in My Gumbo, The Caregiver's Recipe for Resilience. I found out on that day when a reporter called the house and said, congratulations on launching your book. It's so cool that you chose National Gumbo Day to kick it off. And I had to play it off because I didn't know what he was talking about. I did not know that it was such a thing as National Gumbo Day. And I'm born and raised in New Orleans, did not know such a day existed. And lo and behold, I find out on the day that I am launching my book that it is my mother's birthday. It was her 80th. It would have been her 80th birthday. And it was National Gumbo Day. So we don't mess around when it comes to National Gumbo Day. There is always gumbo. And I apologize to anybody that's had the misfortune of not having a great bowl of gumbo, because I know that happens. And I really apologize. But when you have a great bowl of New Orleans style gumbo, it is heaven. There is nothing like it. There's nothing like it. And so we talk about gumbo all the time, so that's what we do here as we talk about the caregiving journey. But today, Al-Nisa, we get to talk about who is taking care of you, boo. Okay? Who's taking care of you? The caregiving journey, and I do want you to share a little bit of your story, your caregiving journey, because we're going to have to dig into what self-care looked like during that period, and why is it so hard, so impossible for caregivers to make sure that they're taking care of themselves while they're caring for a loved one.
Absolutely.
So let's hear it, darling.
Well, my story started in November 10th of 2022 when I got the phone call from my mom that she was going into surgery the next day. And it was, hey baby, I need you. And I am the only girl of 3. And I said, sure, I'm living 2 hours away. I packed my suitcase thinking it would be 2 weeks oh, I'll help her get through this surgery. Don't even know why she's having the surgery because she was very private about her health. And I'll be back in 2 weeks. Let me just get her on her feet. She'll be good. And I can go back to my life, my normal life.
Right.
And got in that car and went and found out, oh my goodness, Mom had a very serious illness of colon cancer, and the surgery was going to be very invasive. And she would need 24-hour care after that. And she was 82 years old at the time. And I had no idea of what was in store for me as far as this caregiving. Yes, I've raised 3 boys. This was on a whole nother level, right? An adult who was my parent, who I look up to, now roles are reversed, and I'm now being the caregiver for her. And she got her through the surgery. What I did not anticipate was the amount and the level of medical advocacy that I had to do on her behalf. I had to learn quick, talking about Googling what these illness and medications and how you navigate this complex medical system was overwhelming. And I said, no, I need to learn. I need to know what to say. I need to know what questions to ask on her behalf because she's not able. And that's what I started to do. And still working full time, remotely. So I am in the hospital room with her, with laptop in my lap, in the chair, trying to work and trying to take care of her at the same time. And she wasn't happy about that. She's like, girl, put that thing away. I don't even know why you got to do that. But at the time, I'm drained. I am exhausted. I am beyond tired. I am hungry. I want this to be done. I'm confused. I don't know what I'm supposed to do or how I'm supposed to show up. Sleep deprived, the whole thing. And still trying to figure out how do I go to the next step, to the next moment in order to get her well again. My whole focus was, I'm going to get her well. This is going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Okay. And the longer the illness progressed, then it became, she has to have chemo. And she has to have treatments, and now she's not mobile. She had no mobility, and it grew and grew with my responsibilities, and the demands got more extensive, and I wasn't sure how in the world I was going to get through that. All I knew was Mama needed me, and I could not let her down.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Mama needed me, and I couldn't let her down. And our stories are similar from that in that regard, right? It was Mama, and I have another sister, but it was me and Mama, okay? And so at what point did you realize in the journey that you were not taking care of Al-Nisa?
I realized when I couldn't sleep, I wasn't eating, I was exhausted. I didn't want to talk to anyone. It felt like I was holding on by a thread. I felt like I was losing my mind. Everything became about her. And all I could say to myself, I can wait. I can wait. I'll do it later. You need to eat. I can wait. I need to fix food for her. Right? I need to take a bath. That can wait. Because her needs were of a higher priority. Absolutely. And then once I start to look at myself and hair disheveled, wearing the same clothes day after the next day, losing weight, it became obvious I am neglecting myself. And how do I do that without feeling guilty that I'm taking away time from taking care of my mother?
Okay, let's talk about that one now. Okay, when you recognize that you have neglected yourself to the point that you can no longer neglect yourself, what happened, and what was the guilt about?
Well, Mom was challenging, and she would say, "I'm first, and my needs are first." And I had to get therapy. I sought counseling to try and help me figure out how to set boundaries in order to carve out some time for me. And I knew that it was going to be some resistance from Mom. And I had to build the strength in order to say, this is what I'm going to do, and you'll be okay. I need to go for a walk right now. Make sure you're protected, everything's locked up, you got everything you need. I need some fresh air. And of course there was resistance. You leaving me by myself. And I knew that from her it was coming from vulnerability and fear and being just so afraid that something's going to happen if Al-Nisa walks out the door. And I'm trying to reassure her, it's going to be fine. I need to get some air. I need to move this body. I'll be right back. I promise. You're going to be fine. I'll be right back. And slowly that will happen. I need to go to the gym. I just need an hour. Let me walk the treadmill for an hour. Why you got to do that, baby? Why can't you just walk around the house? You know? No, I need to see other people. I need to. This is a need that I have, and I said to slowly get her accustomed to the things that I needed for myself, and not only reassure her, but still do it anyway.
Absolutely. With the resistance, do it anyway. Anyway, right? So, Al-Nisa, how long would you say it took you to get to the point where you went from recognizing you were neglecting yourself to dealing with the resistance from your mom around you, making you the priority instead of mama the priority when it comes to self-care? What would you say that time frame was?
I think it was
any aha moment where you recognized, oh, you know what? Was there anything that you did that helped you recognize that this is non-negotiable?
It took me about 3 months.
Okay.
I would say it took me about to get into a routine because she had to have treatments, a lot of doctor's appointments. And that 3 months was around my birthday. My birthday being in February, and I went in November. And each time my birthday comes, I do an assessment of how well I've done, what I need to work on, what's going well, and what I need to change. And I'm like, this is not working out too well for me on this particular birthday. And having tools from not only a therapist, but joining your support group, the caregiver support group, and hearing other people going through similar situations who got it, giving me information and support and encouragement and sharing their stories on how they were able to overcome the different challenges that they had. So I felt a community because I would talk to friends who did not have this experience and they didn't understand where I was doing, what was going on, or how to help me, because it was so foreign to them. And when I talked to my aunties, my elders, coming from a different generation, the response was, baby, just suck it up. Just push through. I had to do it. I had to care for my mom. Don't complain. That was one of the main. Don't complain. Don't say anything negative about it. This is what you have to do. Do it. And be quiet and just get through it. That wasn't helpful for me.
Oh, no. Like I said, you may not have ever made gumbo. You may not have ever had gumbo, but gumbo has happened in your life, right?
Absolutely.
And that's some serious gumbo to unpack right there. And as I'm looking at the time, it's winding down. We do 15 minutes, y'all, because we know that's all the time that you can spare. And so we will drop a session every Wednesday. You can look for the latest with Caregivers Gumbo. It's a hot mess. We want to thank our sponsor, Colorado Respite Coalition, for making this possible, and we want to thank you all for listening in. If you want to check out our support group, which happens the first and third Tuesday of every month, please check out tcgcares.com and register there. And if you're interested in one of the books, Tears in My Gumbo or Prayers in My Gumbo, check out tcgcares.com as well. So that said, this is another episode done, and we'll look forward to seeing you all really soon. Take good care. Blessings, people. And Caregiving Gumbo is good, but it is a hot mess.
Remember, no matter where you're watching the Caregiving Gumbo podcast, we ask that you comment, like it, share it, and pass it on. This podcast grows through sharing.